Good evening. Welcome, everybody. Get so quiet all of a sudden until that loud gavel comes down. Makes Mayor Pro Tem about jump out of her seat sometimes, right? Welcome. Good evening. I now call to order our regular scheduled April 22nd Board of Commissioners meeting to order. First order of business tonight is the invocation and our Pledge of Allegiance. I've asked Lieutenant Anthony Hodges with our police department to lead us in our invocation here tonight. And I've asked Street Superintendent James Jordan to lead us in our pledge. If you would, please stand.
All right, let's bow our heads. Dear Lord, we come for you today with grateful hearts, thankful for the opportunity to gather and serve our community. We ask that for your wisdom and guidance as we discuss important matters. Help us listen with open minds and speak with respect. And Lord, we pray for our leaders and for our community. For it's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, gentlemen, for that. And you'll be hearing more from these gentlemen here later in our meeting. Next is our meeting protocol. At this time, I ask Assistant Town Manager Seymour to review the meeting protocol for public participation as it relates to this meeting. Jim, good evening.
Mayor, Board, good evening. Glad to be with you. Tonight's Town Board meeting is both in person and live streamed on the town's YouTube channel and Facebook page. Tonight's meeting contains a public comment period and no scheduled public hearings. The public is invited to comment in person. When it is the appropriate time, Mayor Massengill will call on those wishing to address the Town Board. All attendees that have appeared in person to address the Town Board during the public comment period should provide your name and address on the green registration sheet by the podium prior to the public comment period beginning. We ask all those wishing to address the Town Board during the public comment period to begin their comments by clearly stating their name and address for the public record. The public is asked to keep all comments to 3 minutes so that all that wish to speak can be heard in a timely manner. To be respectful of those that may have different views on matters addressed by the Town Board, we ask that all in attendance respect the decorum of the meeting by refraining from clapping, making loud noises, and generally showing support or displeasure for comments made during the public comment period. Police Chief Smith will be asked to escort from the boardroom anyone not respecting the process, and it is the discretion of the mayor as the presiding officer of the meeting to continue the public comment period if the meeting protocol is not followed. Mayor, this concludes the protocol for tonight's meeting.
Thank you, Jim.
Yes, sir.
Next item of business is the approval of the minutes from the April 7th, 2025 Town Board of Commissioners regular scheduled meeting. Any changes or additions to the minutes? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Massengill, I move that we approve the minutes of the April 7th, 2025 Town Board of Commissioners regularly scheduled meeting.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item of business, first is a presentation, item 4A, proclamation for Arbor Day, April 25th, 2025. I'll be providing more information about this agenda item after Assistant Director for Parks, Grounds, and Public Buildings, Chris Newsom. He's going to briefly update about the activities that will be going on for Arbor Day. So, Chris, welcome. Thanks for being here tonight.
How's the mayor and the board doing tonight?
Great. Excellent. I hope you are.
Good. I'm here to let the board know that we have received the designation of Tree City USA once again for 2024. And this is part of the process for us to continue to receive this designation moving forward. We are planning an Arbor Day event for Friday, the 25th. That's Arbor Day. We will be hosting this event at Falcon Park from 2 to 3. And we'll be doing a couple different things there. But one of the things that we have to do as part of our requirements, we have to plant a tree every year. So we'll be planting a tree at Falcon Park. And then we'll be doing a demonstration of how to plant a tree as well. So we'll actually be planting 2 trees at Falcon Park on Friday from 2 to 3. And then we are going to meet with Lincoln Heights Elementary School, their environmental education class. We're going to meet with them Friday, I think about noon, at Carol Howard Johnson Park. And we meet with this class every quarter, and we've been doing this for about 2 years, where we go down there and we go over trail etiquette and different things in the environment. But this one's going to be a little bit special because we're going to kind of cover some of the importance of tree and Arbor Day. So that's some of our requirements that we have to do so we can continue to receive this designation every year.
Chris, which grade was that class that you're talking about that you said?
It is the environmental education. I think it's 3rd and 4th graders. There's about 30 students that come like I said, it's every quarter, and we've been doing it for about 2 years.
I think it's the same class that we had at a board meeting, last board meeting, talking about food waste and in regards to environment. I know they were 3rd graders at that time, so same ones. And so it's good to see anytime we have our community and kids involved in everything that's going on with our trees and our just what we know Lincoln Heights is known for right there too with environmental education.
Exactly, and it's a great use of our park, and the kids seem to always enjoy it. So we give them, we kind of do trail safety and all that stuff, and we go over the history of the park, and the kids always have a great time.
You know, that's exactly right. A couple comments I want to make about this. We did receive our official letter back from the Arbor Day Foundation, and that Fuquay-Varina continues to qualify to be a Tree City USA for reasons that we both have been stating here moments ago, and for what everyone knows in our community about how important it is for Arbor Day and for trees and for our environment right here in town. You know, there also was a press release at Arbor Day Foundation released at the same time recognizing us in addition to the letter that was sent to me. And so we're excited and thrilled for that at the same time as we continue staying on top of our trees and our environment in our town. I have a proclamation that I'm going to issue here today, or excuse me, for Friday, but I'm going to read it here today. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton of Nebraska proposed Arbor Day, a secular day of observance to recognize the importance of planting and preservation, an initiative later endorsed by every U.S. state, including North Carolina in 1967. And whereas trees contribute to the well-being of our environment by providing oxygen, improving air quality, conserving water, preserving soil, and supporting wildlife. And whereas trees play a vital role in mitigating climate change by sequestering carbon dioxide and reducing the efforts of urban heat islands. And whereas trees increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas preserving our town's character and identity as well as its quality of life are 2 of the 6 core values adopted in the town of Fuquay-Varina strategic plan. And whereas Fuquay-Varina has successfully achieved Tree City USA status from the Arbor Day Foundation due to our commitment to the planting, care, and celebration of trees. Now therefore, I, Blake Massingill, Mayor of the town of Fuquay-Varina, do hereby proclaim April 25th, 2025 as Arbor Day in Fuquay-Varina and commend its observance to all people. Chris, you know, you spend a lot of time not just with trees, but with other natural resources in our town. I know you have a background with horticulture, is that correct?
Yes, I have a background in horticulture as well as turf grass.
Horticulture and turf, and that's huge for our Parks and Rec department here and for the health of our trees and environment around town. So thank you for what you do and your entire department for the town, but you spend a lot of hard time doing that, so appreciate you being here tonight.
And I thank you guys for all your support as well.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Next item, 4B, is proclamation for National Small Business Week, which is May 4th through 10th, 2025. You know, coming up at our next board meeting will be in the middle of National Small Business Week. And so I know we have our chamber, where's our chamber director at right there? There's our chamber president is right here, Dustin. So Dustin, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for your hard work with that. I see Christy sitting right behind you with the Fuquay-Varina Downtown Association. Thank you for your hard work supporting our downtown businesses also and working to help make them continue to thrive. You know, everybody has their local favorite small business to go to or local one that they know that they can go to and find an item that they always want, whether it's food in town or it's dinner, whether it's retail, what you're doing. But we have these local businesses in our town that thrive off our citizens and residents and those that are supporting them, and it means a lot to them right here. So I ask that you don't just go support those businesses May 4th through 10th week, but throughout the year support these businesses right here. National Small Business Week is a exciting time that you know, these businesses make a huge difference in our town, and that's what people often ask me about Fuquay-Varina keeping its character and what makes it so unique. And that's, to me, is the combination of its people and these local businesses in town that we get to go to and support. And often at our town concerts, you'll hear me recognize the businesses that are there, or I always recognize the businesses that are there, but especially the ones that are based here in Fuquay-Varina or ones that have started in Fuquay-Varina and grown. And so we're very, very proud of that. And so I'd like to issue this proclamation. Whereas Fuquay-Varina's economy is driven by small businesses who think big, take risk, and work hard. And whereas from the storefront shops to the high-tech startups that keep Fuquay-Varina on the cutting edge, small businesses are the backbone of our economy. And whereas small business owners have energy and a passion for what they do. And whereas when we support small business, jobs are created and Fuquay-Varina preserves our culture. And whereas National Small Business Week has been recognized every year since 1963 to highlight the programs and services available to entrepreneurs through the U.S. Small Business Administration and other government agencies. And whereas the Fuquay-Varina Chamber of Commerce and Fuquay-Varina Downtown Association both serve as vital resources for the local business community, supporting growth through networking, education, business planning, and peer support. And whereas the town of Fuquay-Varina supports and joins in this national effort to help small businesses do what they do best, grow their business, create jobs, and ensure that our communities remain as vibrant tomorrow as they are today. Now therefore, I, Blake Massengill, Mayor of the town of Fuquay-Varina, North Carolina, proclaim May 4th through 10th, 2025 as National Small Business Week and call upon our citizens to join me in recognizing the achievements and contributions of Fuquay-Varina small business owners in our community. And I encourage you to, if you're not a member of one of these two organizations, if you're a business and you're not a member of one of these two organizations, get involved, join those organizations. You can only help your business thrive right here in Fuquay-Varina. Next presentation, item 4C, employee recognition, James Jordan, Public Works. More information about agenda item will be presented by Public Works Director Stevenson. Tracy, good evening.
Good evening, Mayor and Town Board. I'll ask James to come stand with me. Really appreciate y'all having us tonight to recognize some good work that James has done. You guys know that we use GovDeals platform for surplusing town items that we no longer need or that we need to dispose of, and to try to gain some value back out of that. That is a task that is pretty, we'll call it tedious. It's just something that requires attention all the time because it's a lot of web postings, it's those kind of things. And so we've had different staff through the years that coordinated that, and I think everybody that has taken care of it for even a little bit of time can appreciate that it's a chore sometimes. And so James approached me late last year and said, look, let me take charge of this. Still got stuff sitting around that we need to get rid of, and that, I can take this and take care of it. And so since September, James has posted 55 different items. It's not items sold, but 55 different postings for a combined $107,000. That's about 6 months. And I did not say, James, I'm going to give you GovDeals and I'm going to take a whole bunch of work away so that you have time to deal with it. He's just taken that on and done a really good job of making sure to stay on top of the postings, working with a lot of the departments to make sure, because we're selling, it's selling items for every department in the organization. And so just wanted to say thank you for the job that he's done at that, is kind of above and beyond the things that he already had to do. And just, we can look at the pictures and see a few of the items. We've sold everything from boat motors to garbage trucks to a washing, or that's a dryer, sorry. Not a washing machine, but a dryer. So it's just been a variety of items, but we've managed to gain value back out of those and basically get them out of our way. So just wanted to give you guys an opportunity to let you know how much I appreciate the things that James has done and give you all a chance to tell him thank you as well.
Tracy, thank you for bringing this to our attention tonight. James, thank you for being here. James, how many years have you worked for the town? 16 years. And so I have known you for many of those years and different roles that you've had in different departments too. And you have always worked hard to continue your career and continue to look after the citizens of Fuquay-Varina. You've moved through the ranks and found opportunities and asked for opportunities, exactly what you've done here to take things to the next level. And that means a lot to me, to this entire board, and to our citizens here in Fuquay-Varina for what you're doing right here. The number one thing that citizens task us with is looking after their money correctly, looking at the tax dollars and as if it's our own. And that's what you will always hear me say, is that our staff and our board here treats the town's taxpayers' money as if it's our own money, and very careful. And that's what you're doing right here, saving over $100,000 worth of sales right there, and getting money back, where some places out there may let something go to waste, or get a new piece of equipment in their other towns, not our town, and let a piece of equipment go to waste and rust off to the side. But you're trading it in, you're getting it sold, you're progressing things here, and so it means a lot. Thank you for what you've done. We'd all love to shake your hand up here, please.
Thank you, James. Thank you. Appreciate it. And you the man.
It's exciting to be able to put It's exciting.
The better half behind James is here also here tonight, so thank you for coming here to support your husband here tonight. Appreciate you too. Thank you, James. Assistant Manager Mark Matthews oversees the Public Works Department. Mark, would you like to have anything to say?
Sure. I'd love to make a couple remarks. Being good stewards of the public's assets, it requires really three prongs about our equipment. One, this board has consistently invested in purchase of new equipment and replacement equipment, which goes a long way to our staff being effective in delivering town services. But there are two important other legs of that equation. One is maintaining the equipment in good working order and safe working order, and also surplusing it to maximize the value we have out of it and freeing up space to make good use of our assets. And James has been integral to those other two legs of the equation and really gone above and beyond. So I thank James and want to publicly acknowledge how he's really helped deliver to maximize the investment that the town board's made in delivering town services.
Couldn't be better said. James, thank you. Next item, 4D, employee recognition for our police department. More information about this agenda item will be presented by Police Chief Smith. Chief, good evening, welcome.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. It's good to be here with you tonight. I will be recognizing 4 employees for their outstanding work. Unfortunately, Corporal Ryan Schulte is not able to be here tonight. He let me know later on this afternoon he's out chasing bad guys, so he's got some stuff going on. But that's okay. We're going to recognize him tonight anyways. So first up, I want to recognize Police Officer 2 Patrick Durcola, who is being recognized for recently earning the North Carolina Criminal Justice Education Training Standards Commission Intermediate Law Enforcement Certificate. And in order to be eligible for this Intermediate Law Enforcement Certificate, the candidate must meet the following prerequisites: hold a valid general law enforcement certification demonstrating a foundation in law enforcement principles and practices, accumulate a requisite number of points earned through a combination of formal education, completion of specialized law enforcement training programs, and verified experience as a sworn law enforcement officer, with points awarded based on the duration and nature of their service. By satisfying these requirements, candidates demonstrate their knowledge, skills, and experience in law enforcement, making them eligible to receive the Intermediate Law Enforcement Certificate. So Officer Durcola currently serves in the is assigned to the Uniform Patrol in the Field Operations Division, also serves on our Special Response Team. So congratulations to you, Officer Durcola, for your hard work and your commitment to professional development and growth. All right. Next up, I'm going to recognize Corporal Daniel Look, who has earned the North Carolina Criminal Justice Education Training Standards Commission Advanced Law Enforcement Certification. So much like I just mentioned, to accumulate the points, formal training, law enforcement training, and time in service, it's the same for the advanced certificate. It just requires a whole lot more. So Corporal Look has put in a lot of hard work to get that training in the law enforcement field. And getting the advanced certificate really is a big deal in the law enforcement world, as it shows your expertise in that field. So he will tell you that it didn't come easy, takes a lot of training, but congratulations to you, Corporal Look, for your commitment also to professional development and growth. Corporal Look serves as our Community Engagement Outreach Officer, also known as Mr. Special Olympics. He is a professional salesman, so done a fantastic job for us in the Administrative Services Division. And then next up is Lieutenant Anthony Hodges and Corporal Ryan Schulte, who are being recognized for completing the North Carolina Justice Academy's Criminal Investigative Certificate Program. In order to be eligible for this certificate, individuals must fulfill the following requirements: complete a minimum of 400 credit hours of specialized training with concentration focus on law enforcement criminal investigations, successfully complete all required courses which provide a comprehensive foundation in investigative principles and techniques, select and complete elective topics that enhance their knowledge and skills in specific areas of criminal investigation. By meeting these rigorous requirements, recipients demonstrate their expertise and commitment to excellence in criminal investigations and are awarded the Criminal Investigative Certificate. So Lieutenant Hodges and Corporal Schulte both serve in our Criminal Investigations Division, and much like some of the other certificate programs with the Justice Academy, we've recognized those who've gone through the Leadership Certificate Program. We are now recognizing Lieutenant Hodges and Corporal Schulte for the Criminal Investigative Certificate. They have a School Resource Officer certificate. So there's various certificates that our employees are working towards just to make them better in their field to be the best that they can be. So congratulations, Lieutenant Hodges, on your achievement. And congratulations to all of you for your hard work and commitment. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Gentlemen, first of all, thank you for taking the time to be here tonight. Thank you for taking your time to continue your education right here. As you all are well aware, Fuquay-Varina is a top safe community, and we appreciate your help with that right there, helping to keep us a safe place where people want to live at and where they can thrive. And as you take time to continue your education, continue to further your law enforcement career right here, our citizens appreciate it. It means a lot to them. And thank you for taking that time right here to do that. Every one of these board members up here, we're very proud of y'all and glad that you're part of the Fuquay-Varina Police Department. We all would love to shake your hand too, please.
Thank you, officers. Thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate all you do. Thank you. Thank you, Corporal. Thank you. Thank you, Lieutenant. Thank you so much.
Good work. Lieutenant, good job. You got it, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Picture. Take a picture. Oh, can I get a picture?
Those of you that may be here tonight for your first board meeting or watching online, anytime we have an opportunity to recognize our great staff here in Fuquay-Varina, you see that we're very proud to get to do that at a board meeting tonight, so thank you. Next item we have is our public comment period. At this time, the town clerk will call on individuals that are in attendance and have registered to address the town board prior to the meeting. The public comment period is a time for the public to address the town board about any matter that is not the subject of a scheduled public hearing. Those speaking are asked to begin by clearly saying your name and address for the public record. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes in order that all who wish to speak may be heard in a timely manner. Teresa, do you have anybody signed up?
We have one person, Rebecca Brock.
Rebecca? Welcome.
Greetings, Mayor, Commissioners, town staff, and the public. My address is 5220 Christian Light Road, Fuquay-Varina, Harnett County. I came here tonight because I wanted to make you aware, or at least explain to you, about Harnett County's Board of Commissioners they're discussing removing fluoride from the Harnett Regional Water System, which serves the Fuquay-Varina citizens. So I wanted to give you a background on what's happened about that so you have a little bit of understanding. In January and February, a gentleman by the name of Criswell came and spoke to the commissioners. He's a pharmacologist from Campbell University and came up with some concerns that fluoride was a bad substance. And he was not accompanied by anyone, and there was no other comments at the Board of Commissioner meetings until 2 weeks ago, where the commissioners did have Mr. Tommy Burns, who is the head of Harnett County, or Harnett Regional Water, come and speak to them about the fluoridation of the water. Mr. Burns told them that they keep within the state levels, which is 0.7 milliliters per milligrams per liter of water, which is about 3 drops in a 55-gallon drum. Mr. Burns also told the group, the commissioners, that anyone who didn't want fluoride in their water could purchase a water filter system to take it out. A reverse osmosis system is not needed unless you want to get rid of everything, including PFAS. Reverse osmosis really brings water down to like a distilled water. So a simple filter could remove fluoride. Anyway, they put it on the agenda to have a discussion last night, and right before the meeting, it was moved that it would not be discussed and moved to the work session, which is going to happen at 9 a.m. next Tuesday. However, we did have a great outpouring of people coming to make comments in our comment section. And Mr. Jim came and discussed that. He said they would like, Fuquay-Varina as a partner would like to see scientific evidence as to why they want to remove the water, as did the Holly Springs person. And unfortunately, Johnston County, which the water company serves, was not there, nor Moore County, which the water company serves, was not there, nor Fort Bragg, which the water company serves, was not there. All told, around 800,000 people get water from Harnett Regional Water. There were also medical professionals in attendance, dental professionals in attendance, and the public in the attendance. About 20, is that my time?
Yes, ma'am. We do try to keep comments to 3 minutes, but thank you for coming here tonight. I am aware of the situation you're talking about. It's been on the news, and I've been in touch with Harnett County myself as mayor for Fuquay-Varina.
5 districts, 4 MAGA Republicans, and 1 Democrat. A unanimous vote is all it'll take.
Thank you for your comments, ma'am.
Mr. Mayor, may I ask just one question? You mentioned PFAS. Was that part of the rationale that was discussed in regards to the removal of the fluoride, or was that a major concern?
It was not mentioned and it was not discussed.
Okay. Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you for coming here tonight, ma'am. Thank you for comments. Our Deputy Director Manager, Jim Seymour, is on that issue for us right here as a board, and I know I have a meeting with him myself coming up, so thank you, though, very much.
Thank you.
Next item tonight Teresa, you said there was only one person signed up, is that correct? Okay, thank you. Okay, next item on our consent agenda, is the consent agenda. What's the board's pleasure on the items on the consent agenda? Entertain a motion so moved, or any items to be removed?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Administrative report, item 10A, sewer fee in lieu agreement, Buffalo Run subdivision. More information about this item will be presented by Public Utilities Director Wagner. Mike, good evening.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Tonight, we'd want you to consider a fee in lieu payment agreement for the Buffalo Run subdivision proposed by developer Taylor Morrison of the Carolinas. This Buffalo Run subdivision consists of 59 single-family homes and 40 row homes on approximately 45 acres. The developer was unable to obtain the adjacent property sewer easement to install gravity sewer to serve the property. The next step for the developer was to perform down some sewer analysis to see how much the cost was versus cost of installing the gravity sewer versus installing a pump station and force main. And those cost estimates did not meet the town standards to install a pump station and force main. The pump station is an indefinite cost for the town once it's installed. A pump station of this size could, it will probably start at about $30,000 a year and increase to about $50,000 a year over the next 5 years. And that's one of the reasons why it's encouraged through the development process to install gravity sewer. This fee in lieu agreement allows the developer to move forward with the project by installing a pump station and force main. And the fee in lieu amount for $746,476 represents the engineering cost estimate for the gravity sewer improvements. Management and staff's recommendation is a motion to approve the total of $746,476 as a fee in lieu payment for gravity sewer improvements associated with the Buffalo Run subdivision as presented and recommended. I can answer any questions.
Mike, basically what you've done here in this case is you've had somebody, we ideally always want everything to be gravity fed, therefore it's not dependent on power nor dependent on as much maintenance and chemicals related to it. And here in this case, somebody is installing a pump station so they can have service to property, but then also is paying the town a fee in lieu so that at some point the gravity system can be put in if easements can be obtained at some point.
Correct.
And so really it's the best of both worlds for the citizens here.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Any questions from board members? If not, we entertain a motion to move.
Mayor Massingill, so moved.
Second. Motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Other business, item 11A, manager's report. Senior Deputy Town Manager Matthews. Mark?
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few items to bring to the board's attention tonight. So first, we've got an update from the inspections department. Has issued 49 new single-family permits thus far this month. Sheila Austin is also taking the Fundamentals of Leadership class as she continues to invest in her professional development. And Gary Kennedy will be taking the next class in June. We recognize several staff this evening, and it's important to note that police department, for example, was recognized as meeting the best practices and policies in law enforcement, but that goes across all of our departments, and you can't have the best town services without staff that are invested in their own growth and development. And so management appreciates the investment this board makes towards professional development, and we appreciate that our staff are constantly looking to grow their skills so they can provide the best services to our citizens.
Mark, I think that's reflective of our retainage is some of the highest out there compared to peer communities, right there, retainage of employees, and it goes back to exactly what you're describing right there.
Absolutely. Our planning department has streamlined the permitting process with respect to food trucks, and that has been seen in 103 food trucks have been permitted to operate in town. We know food trucks have been serving town for a good number of years, and this process has made it easier for them to come in, get all of their permits so we can continue to work closely with them as they serve our community. Public Utilities Department recently is moving forward with construction on the Inner Street water line replacement project, and is scheduled to start in early July, soon after the Independence Day holiday. And construction at the Terrible Creek wastewater treatment plant is currently progressing on time and on budget. And that's anticipated to be in place by the beginning of 2027. The fire department had several milestones, first of which the inaugural Citizens Fire Academy is concluding tonight with a graduation ceremony. We had 14 residents that participated and completed the program, which gave them an insight into the fire department's history, operations, and equipment. And so the fire department and management have been very pleased with the success of that program, and they're already planning a second edition of it. Captain Chris Duncan and Engineer Hunter Hartley from the fire department recently attended the FDIC International Fire Conference in Indianapolis. At that conference, they were able to observe a lot of emerging apparatus and practices and other equipment to ensure that they bring back to Fuquay-Varina the best tactics, techniques, and technologies that our staff can then integrate into their operations. So we appreciate Chris and Hunter taking the initiative to spend time away from their family to learn that and then share it with their colleagues. Another note from the fire department, Chief Tony Malden will be honored at the 2025 National Fallen Firefighters Memorial Service on May 4th in Emmitsburg, Maryland, on the campus of the National Fire Academy. This is a solemn event that takes place each year to recognize the sacrifices of the nation's fallen firefighters, and 4 members of our fire department's honor guard will be traveling to participate in the ceremony representing Fuquay-Varina. The service will be live streamed, and a link to the service will be shared on the fire department's Facebook page next week. The police department has a few updates. They recently participated in Child Abuse Prevention Month at the Southern Regional Center on April 8th. This critical awareness campaign emphasized the importance of community unity in preventing child abuse and supporting families in need. To symbolize their commitment, participants gathered at Southern Regional Center and planted pinwheels on the front lawn. Just another example of our police department building relationships with other organizations of the community that are there to keep people safe, and that's the goal. Second is from April 13th to 19th, the police department and community came together to recognize and appreciate our dedicated telecommunicators during National Public Safety Telecommuters Week, which you recognized last meeting. This special week highlighted the hard work and dedication of these unsung heroes who work tirelessly behind the scenes every day. And as a reminder, because it continues to be a challenge in our community as in every community around the country, Interact of Wake County will be available at the police department every Thursday from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. to provide support and assistance to anyone who may be experiencing domestic violence. To access these services, all anyone needs to do is come into the police department lobby, and there's a private office to the left of the lobby where Representative of Interact will be there to direct you to resources that may be of assistance. The police department recently participated in several events supporting the Special Olympics of North Carolina, and that included Cops on Top at Dunkin' Donuts and the plane pull at RDU Airport. Those were 2 different days. I don't think there was a donut contest before the plane pull. These events helped raise awareness and funds for this worthy cause. There are several events on the calendar included in your agenda, first of which we have a concert, Follow Me to Fuquay-Varina, this Thursday with Heads Up Penny. We're keeping a close eye on the weather, so stay tuned. We may need to call an audible and reschedule that, but we'll certainly get that concert in if the weather trends in a favorable pattern. Fuquay-Varina's Food Truck Rodeo will be this Sunday on April 27th. Love Tribe will be playing, and we've got a number of food trucks representing cuisines from all around the community and all around the world. So those are all available on our Facebook page for the event with, I believe we've got, is that 10 food trucks, Jonathan? So we've got 10 food trucks. Whatever your taste, you'll find a food truck that'll whet your appetite. And those conclude the manager's updates for tonight's meeting. Thank you, Mayor and Board.
Thank you, Mark, for those comments. You know, one follow-up comment, what you just said, speaking about the food truck rodeo, it is at the, and I know you said it, but just gonna say it again, at the Varina parking lot, which is different than where it was at last year. Just want the public to know that that's up there. And it's at the Varina parking lot, different place from where our concerts are. Our concerts are at Centennial Park, and weather's going to be great on Sunday, it looks like. Thursday, we're still keeping an eye on it, but Sunday weather looks great. So thank you for those comments right there, Mark.
Thank you, Mayor, and whether you're in the mood for beefy buns or curry in a hurry or any of the other 8 food trucks, you'll find something that'll suit your appetite.
I never have a problem eating, that's for sure. Billy shows it too. Thank you, Mark. Okay, move to town board comments. Commissioner Harris, any comments?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, if you would. I just received a letter, and it speaks to part of what we had recognized at the comments at our last meeting in regards to the success of Lincoln Heights, as far as it being awarded one of the best magnet schools in the country. And I just wanted to say that this letter, it acknowledges a couple of things that I think is important. It acknowledged the fact that at one point when the school was destined to be closed, this community came together through a concerted effort and helped sustain the school and supported the school over the years. And I think that that's important, and we need to really give recognition to those people who really contributed. There were so many people who contributed through their efforts, and in the letter it acknowledges at least 3 individuals who are no longer with us, and that would be Martha Moore, it would be Betty Rush, and it would also be Joan Burton. And those individuals, they wholeheartedly worked very hard and tirelessly to make sure that Lincoln Heights stayed open, and we see what it is today through that community effort. It was a great balance between the community coming together and advocacy coming together and collaboration coming together. So that which we dreamed of as far as that school staying in the community, we can certainly celebrate that they receive the recognition that has been due, and it's a testament to us as a community, how we can come together, and we can just about do anything when we come together like that, and it speaks to community power. So I just wanted to bring that to our attention and to remember those individuals who made an effort to make sure that Lincoln Heights stayed alive. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Harris, I agree. Commissioner Adcock, who graduated from Lincoln Heights Elementary School.
A few years ago, sure did.
More than I can count on my hand.
I can't add anything more than what Commissioner Harris has said. I agree with his comments.
All right. Thank you. Commissioner Munch, any comments?
Just a few. I wanted to first thank the Park and Recreation Department for a wonderful Easter egg hunt, 2 different fabulous events, which we also had a tremendous amount of help from the Teen Council, and thank you to Commissioner Haynes for all the work he's done to build that up, because there were a number of participants that were there that helped out tremendously. And it doesn't matter if it's going to rain, whatever, people are coming out to see that Easter bunny. But on the first day there was a sensory friendly event that was just amazing. It's a new event for the town, and it was fully participated, meaning there was a waiting list for it, and just a wonderful event from the town. So thank you to Parks and Recreation and Teen Council and everybody that participated with that. The second thing I wanted to say was, and I've kept up with this for years now, is how, because they do it every year, is how niche evaluates our town.
And this year, we really, we always rank high with niche, but I noticed in a number of categories, I said online top 25, but we were top 15 in the state of North Carolina. Best place, best suburb to live in North Carolina, and also ranking in very high in the top 9 or 10% in the United States of America. And also our public schools ranked very high, best for young professionals. And so there were just and if you put it out the top 50, we were just in a ton of categories, and I couldn't agree more. I think that, we're a great place to live, work, and play, and so it was nice to see that recognition for our town.
Agree. Thank you, Commissioner Wunsch, very much. Commissioner Haynes, another graduate of Lincoln Heights Elementary School.
Yes, sir. I guess it's fitting after we heard the presentation about Arbor Day, and it's actually Earth Day. I actually participated in the first invasive species removal at Carroll Howard Park last week. I was educated a lot on a lot of invasive species of things that are choking out our trees. So the Wake Audubon Society, along with some of the community members, as well as our wonderful Parks and Rec staff, they said they were only going to fill up half of one trailer. We ended up filling 3 whole trailers of this invasive species of trees, and we cleared out in 2 hours a whole front side of Carroll Howard Johnson Park. So I learned a lot about a bunch of different names of trees I've never heard in my life, like the Oriental bittersweet, the English ivy, and the Chinese privet, that all choke out our trees in our parks. So that was very interesting. Also, I want to say hats off to the Chamber for an amazing senior service expo. Me and the mayor, we got our balance checked during that time, and we got some patch that's supposed to cure us of everything that's going on in our bodies. Me and Commissioner Adcock got hemmed up 1 or twice. Well, it was something that was really needed that we could talk to Wake Med about as well. So that was good. Great event, well attended. All the seniors had an amazing time. I know also the pushing ceremony, that was amazing. I told people I actually went to YouTube to see what a pushing ceremony was before I came, because I had no idea what we were going to. But that was actually amazing. I was even getting there. I was like, are we going to wet it down, then push it in? They said, no, we're not going to wet it down. We're just going to push it in. So that was a great event. Also, the ribbon cutting at Leviton, that was nice. And just to know that they have 100 jobs waiting for people in our community that they're trying to fill is just amazing to see their growth from Burke Tech to Leviton, and just how clean the facility is, and they're ready to expand their facility. So that was amazing meeting, and great remarks by our mayor as well. So and then also I want to thank all the department heads as well as our management for a great organized budget meeting last week. I think that it was precise. It didn't keep us here all night. So thank you. That's all, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner Haynes. Excellent comments. Mayor Pro Tem Gardner.
Well, happy Earth Day, everybody. I hesitate to tell this, but I remember celebrating the first Earth Day. I was in college at the time at Meredith, and we were down by the lake, and it was an amazing thing that I still remember. And to think that we have celebrated this day ever since then. It was in 1970. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm kind of proud of it. But just to think that we have celebrated that in this country for this many years, to recognize how fragile our ecology is and how important it is that we continue to be aware of things that we're doing and things that we can do to preserve that. And I also was very impressed with the Leviton, the Burke Tech Leviton event. The top leaders in their company were present for that, and I think all the employees were invited to the this ceremony. It was really impressive. And we had a chance to talk with this leadership, and they were telling us, that they have jobs and they need to get the word out that, we have jobs that needed to be filled. And we, came up with some ideas for reaching out so that our young people who are in high school are made aware of these areas where there are jobs now and more jobs coming that are an alternative to a college degree. And sometimes I think we are not getting that message through to our young people. We're encouraging them all to do more of them to do that, and not letting them know that there are other options that may suit them better. So I was really excited that we were able to talk with the leaders of that company and talk about ways that we get that word out for new jobs coming to the area. So it was really exciting. And I too enjoyed the push-in ceremony. That was really cool. Really nice event for our fire department. And just to me, the budget meeting is just a reminder of what a major project that is that has to take place annually in this town, and how it touches every single employee and every department, and the information that they pull together for our decision making is just so appreciated and so incredible. And I thank all again who worked in this process. And that's all.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Gardner. I agree with this
I'll
comment.
try not to totter out tonight as I think about Earth Day.
Excellent comments. Thank you, ma'am. A couple things coming up. Thank you to a few different events that we've had. We've had a lot of events lately, and a lot of events coming up too at the same time. Busy time in Fuquay-Varina, especially always in the spring time. Commissioner Harris, you started out talking about Lincoln Heights. It is exciting that Lincoln Heights got recognized for this award right here, and so they good things are happening at the school, and as you know, being involved in the school, and two graduates that are on the board right here for the elementary school at the same time. Did you teach there at one point? Did I hear that the
Yes,
other day?
I taught there.
I thought you taught there too. So
Yes.
just think about what could have happened if you had educated these two guys right there.
Well, and Charlie had children who also went to Lincoln Heights.
That's right. Charlie's multi-generation with kids going to Lincoln Heights. That's exactly right.
My wife
with
was
that.
president of the PTA.
That's exciting.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. You want to recognize the schools.
I'm
And
class president as well.
class president right there. That's exciting right there.
Yeah.
And so there will be some events coming up recognizing that
One of the best
school
schools in
in
the
regards
nation.
to it. So
We all
that's
have
very
a
good there.
little piece of that.
Jerry, please share with the rest of the fire department. Thank you very much for hosting the Chambers Senior Expo there right there. It was a great success. A lot of people there. Last year was a huge crowd. This year again was a huge crowd right there. And so I think it's a great collaborative effort. I can't talk right tonight. Effort between the chamber and the fire department hosting it right there, and our citizens enjoying that, and great turnout. So it was a very successful event right there. In 2.5 weeks, we have our dinner on downtown event that'll be coming up. Chris, you still have tickets available? We do. Just a couple left, so anybody would like to go, hurry up, get your ticket before it's gone. That's gonna be a great event, great fundraiser, helping support our downtown, talking about small businesses here earlier tonight. And it's been postponed tomorrow, but the Fuquay-Varina High School is hosting a Special Olympics for middle school and high school age kids. Postponed tomorrow for weather, but it's going to be on Monday. And so I know that several of you in this room are familiar with that, and Corporal Look, we mentioned earlier, is involved with that a lot too. And so that'll be next Monday if you see it's able in your schedule to be there. I know the kids would appreciate that right there. All right, a lot of other good stuff happening right here. Not going to be redundant on some of the events mentioned tonight, but got a quick meeting here tonight, and that's where the schedule is. So, Assistant Town Manager Matthews, I don't believe there's a recommended closed session, is it?
Not this evening, Mayor.
All right, we're no closed session then. We'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. We're adjourned.
Right on.